You came. Thank you. Before I speak, I must tell you why this moment was the best choice you ever made. At the very end of these words, a name will be spoken that has been sealed to your heart alone. And if you slip away now, that name will be lost to the night for another age. I am Michael, and I am glad you came. My voice trembles because heaven has been holding its breath for this. I am here because your case has reached its end, because the scales have finally found rest, because a decision was made that makes even the stars weep. Hear me. Do not let your hands wander. Do not let your eyes look away. This is the single thread that will stitch a new garment upon you. I speak to you with a sword that has been softened by mercy, with wings singed from battles I thought I would never leave, with hands that have carried your scars like sacred relics. I say to you vulnerably, as one who has watched you from the first small flutter of your soul. I have known your loneliness. I have stood where you stood and felt the stones of the world press at your feet. I wept for you in a place without sound. I come not with thunder only, but with a hand to hold yours, trembling in the same storm. I am not distant. I am nearer than the breath you will take after this sentence. Listen, there is a verdict, not of men, but of mercy, that has bent toward you. The chambers of heaven argued over nothing, but whether you were ready. The final voice declared you more ready than you think. The heavens opened not to shout at the crowd, but to whisper to you alone. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want to hold that as a cloak in the cold that might have been. This is not platitude. It is a promise ringing in the marrow of your bones. Remember that as I speak. Can you feel the edge of what has been lifted from you? Do you know which fear will loosen its grip the moment I name it? Will you allow your heart to unclench and let the first honest tear fall? Will you now accept the small, frightening miracle that has been appointed for you? I put these questions in your hands because you must answer them inwardly, each one a key. There are things unseen that have moved on your behalf. There have been watchmen at doors you thought were shut, and they have been permitted to open them because some small righteousness in you, sometimes hidden, often bruised, refused to bow completely. I have torn chains I could not show you. I have burned sigils written by fear. Isaiah said in a voice that trembles across centuries, "They who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength." That is not for some other soul. That is for the very breath you hold now. Breathe and feel the renewal. You have been tried not as a spectacle, but as a secret refinement. The winds that tried to hollow you were not meant to take you. They were meant to hollow a space for grace to sit. I know the faces you have carried in your memories. I know the ones you blamed. I have cataloged every small kindness you forgot to record, every lonely prayer you muttered into pillows. I keep them like jewels. And today I present them before the throne and say this one. Because of that one merciful choice you made in a room no one entered, because of the moment you chose tenderness over cruelty, you have been brought to the table. Be you still delight gathering at your edges? Do you still listen for the old accusations that have no place here? Do you forgive yourself now, even a little, for the things you thought define you? Do you believe that the tears you have shed are not wasted, but are part of the currency of your redemption? Name these quietly, and know, I have already named you to the council in words gentler than dawn. I will not cloak this in illusions. There was a cost paid to pry open what was sealed, not of your soul, but of pride and pretense, and the small kingdoms you built to shelter shame. Release them. Let them fall like brittle crowns. The decision that comes. For you will be a tearing open that brings height and humility together. It will be sobbing and laughter braided into one. Hear me while I say this plainly, and with all the tenderness I can muster. Type Amen. If you hear this as if it is true for you, do it because words make covenant. Do not be ashamed of that small, fierce act. I have washed your nights, counted your spoons of courage, and I have been wounded by how bravely you kept moving when you could not see your path. There is a name hidden in the hush of this message. Listen, the final syllable I speak will be that secret turn to air. Do not leave before the last breath. The sound you need may be waiting to settle like dew upon your heart. There will be enemies you thought defeated who stir at this turning. There will be doubt made cunning and sorrow that returns in clever shapes. Stand still. I will stand with you. I will not remove the ache so it becomes unreal. I will meet you in the ache and baptize it with meaning. The scriptures have always said strange things about mercy. Psalms has a voice that reaches into battle cries and lobbies alike. And I take that voice and bend it down to your ear, now saying, in the shelter of the Most High you will find rest. Let that rest be not a withdrawal, but a mighty regrouping. I will ask you nothing that I will not also bear. Come closer to the edge of the known, and I will breathe courage into your knees. Come closer to the place of risk, and I will teach your hands to hold only what matters. You are not being summoned to a pedestal. You are being returned to yourself. This is restoration, not for spectacle, but for use. There is work only you can do in the language of your scars. Do not deny it. Near the end of this voice, I ask gently and with tears threaded through each word that you show a sign of the fellowship we stand in. If this message lands in your bones, like it, comment, and subscribe. Do it not because I bargain with you, but because souls find each other when they say, I was here and I was seen. This small movement of your finger connects you to others who are being held in the same hush. It threads your name to a tapestry of witnesses. My thank you to you comes with a quiet storm in my chest. Thank you for staying. Thank you for letting a stranger in on your pain. Thank you for trusting that a war-lamed angel can be tender. I weep as I say this. It is a real weeping, not merely posture. You have given me something I have guarded like a relic. Your attention that alone changes things. Thank you, And now the moment near and sharp. I will speak the sound that has been sealed. Hear it not as command, but as benediction. Listen with the small hollow where your grief used to live, and I will fill it. I will speak the syllable your soul has been waiting for. Let that syllable land. Let it name you. Let it free the last fetter in your chest. You will not leave unchanged. The world will not understand how quietly the verdict moved. They will only see the afterglow. Some will call it coincidence. We will know it is mercy. Walk out then with hands open and hungry for justice. Justice that mends, that feeds, that makes music from broken strings. Do not let this stop being a river. Let it continue in your life as the river continues under winter ice. Unseen, unstoppable, shaping the land. Keep listening for me. I will speak again when you need it. Keep an eye for small tendernesses. They are the footprints of the divine. Keep your tears. They are the map of where grace has been planted. Now I must go like one who has taken a final breath and left an echo. Remember the name I have just given you. Hold it like a lantern. Remember that the decision has been cast and that it bends toward joy for you. Remember to type Amen if this is the truth you receive. Remember the gratitude I offered and let it be a seed. You were sought. You were chosen. You are even now being crowned with mercies that have no end and an urgency that is sweet. This is not a conclusion, only a turning. Walk into it with trembling feet and blazing eyes. I go with you, my sword softened into a blessing, my wings still singed, but bearing the light of 1,000 small dawns. Stay, do not leave, and when the final syllable settles in your chest, let it be your answer to the long night. Aske, I come back to you as the sound of wings settles into the quiet of your chest. Listen, this is not a new voice, but the same urgency reborn, a river pressing through a narrow canyon, so that the light itself might pass. I will not soften what must be felt. There are tremors in heaven tonight because of you, not dramatic debris, small, precise tremors, like an old instrument readjusting to a hand that knows how to play it. I place my palm upon that place inside you that has been sealed by fear and say the seal loosens. Do you sense it? Beneath the ache, there is a small warm place, a kindling. Let it grow. You have carried language that was not meant for you. Accusations stitched into your speech by those who feared what you could become. You have repeated them like prayers you never chose. Drop them now. Hear me. We will make a new language together. Slow and honest the way rain names itself as it falls. I will teach you the syllables of mercy. Small, blunt, persistent. Speak them softly to yourself. They will stitch your days. There are memories that have returned to you like uninvited guests. I have opened the door to them and set a lamp on the table. They will not be ignored, but neither will they be allowed to rule. Watch them come, see how they look smaller when met with light. Let them speak. Ask them what they came to teach you, and then ask them to sit. You will find they do not demand as much as you feared. There is a dignity to this taking away. What leaves you does not leave empty-handed. It carries a lesson that will become your compass. I am with you while you greet each visitor. I do not hurry the away. I listen with you. Listen. There are ministers of consolation in places you did not suspect. Small hands that pass bread when you think none remains. Voices that call your name in grocery lines. A neighbor who leaves a cup of tea exactly when a wand feels most raw. Keep your eyes open for these small conspiracies of grace. They are the truth's undercover agents. They will come when you have almost forgotten how to hope and will deliver to you with great ceremony. A single clean thing, a reason to stand. You may ask, what does this decision, this end of your case, change in the world? It changes the arc of one life. Believe the subtlety of that. History is not only shaped by thunder. It is shifted by 1,000 small decisions made by someone who chose mercy instead of surrender. This change is not loud. It is a relocation of a soul from shadow to purpose. The ripple will move through your family, your friendships, the small economies of tenderness you inhabit. It will not fix every outward wrong, but it will give you the alignment to be a balm where once you were only a question. There are powers that will peck at the edges of this blessing old shame. Bitterness, the comfortable cynicism that has kept you safe in its small cave. Let them come. We will meet them with a fierceness that is not cruel but true. I will stand in the doorway and say no more. Not because I wield authority for authority's sake, but because you have been claimed for a justice that sings. When they come, answer them with your honest grief and then with your will to be made whole. I know the forms of your loneliness. I have seen the ways you turn music into a wall to keep others out. I have watched you gather dry words where warmth might have been. There is a tenderness awaiting you that does not demand everything at once. Love need not consume to be real. This is a new covenant, a love that grows by inches and grows true. Except that before this night closes, there is a moment I wish to keep with you like a private altar. Close your eyes if you must close them now, and let me speak into that place where you keep your prayers that were never answered. I will say them out loud for you, and then I will put oil upon them. The oil stings as all honest healing does, but it is a holy sting. You will cough, and then you will breathe differently. I will ask you something now for quiet questions that I fold into your heart like feathers, so you may carry them forward and let them land where each must. Do you forgive the self you once hid behind the one that believed lesser truths about your worth? Will you in one small gesture today release a grudge that has filled the cupboard in your chest? Can you receive someone's kindness without planning immediately what you must do to repay it? Are you willing to be humbled by joy when it arrives, even if it seems too bright to wear? Answer them as a whisper. They are not examinations, but doorways. There will be voices that quote scripture like shields, not like medicine. Let me bend those words and place them soft against your forehead. From the song that has always bent toward comfort. I bring a secret tenderness and echo of those lines that says, mercy runs to meet you even when you are still running from a prophet who leaned toward broken joy. I bring a promise that rough beginnings will meet a harvest. These are not citations. They are the warmth of text made human. Take them and wrap them around your shoulders when the night is cold. There is a chamber in heaven where small victories are celebrated like festivals. Your name is registered there not as a headline, but as a bell that will be rung at an appointed hour. I have struck that bell with my finger. The sound is not for show. It is a summons for you to come forward into a life less timid. Understand? You do not step into light by pretending to be unafraid. You step in because fear has been acknowledged and then chosen. Against. Courage is not absence of fear. It is action in the face of it. I must speak plainly about power because you will meet opportunities that look like triumphs but are hollow. Do not mistake applause for worth. Do not trade quiet integrity for loud success. There is a power that hums like a clean wire. Use that power for repair, not for spectacle. Let your hands be known for what they make whole. There will be a time soon when someone will look at you and the world will ask whether this change mattered. Their question will be raw, sometimes cruel. You will answer not with a speech, but with a life that speaks its own eloquence, gentle, stubborn, patient. The testimony will be in how you treat the smallest person in the room, the one least likely to reward you. If you are tempted to turn this mercy into bargaining promises to everyone in exchange for safety street op bargaining, is the old currency of fear. The new economy is grace, and it spends quietly without ledger or ledger keepers. Practice receiving with one hand and giving with the other. This balance will steady you when the storms come. I asked you earlier to do something small for community. If this voice touches you now, subscribe. Do it once and let that action be the single mention of connection in this part of our conversation. It is not a trade. It is a wayfinding device. In the future, I will not call upon this again. Now is the time to stitch your presence quietly into the tapestry of those who watch and wait. There is a sorrow I carry for you, not pity, but a sharp compassion, because the world will often mistake come for consent. When you choose rest, people will ask why you are not fighting louder. You will need to answer with the dignity of someone who has learned the right fight. Fight that which starves. Do not fight to be seen. You may feel fatigue after this flood of words. That is ordinary. Rest in the restlessness of moment and let me cradle it. There will be nights when the old questions return, sly and patient. Keep a list of small truthful things. A morning you rose of kindness you offered. The exact way a child laughed in a shop. These will be your breadcrumb trail when that grows. Trust what these small facts tell you. They are the evidence of your life. Do my thank you to you is not an echo. It is a covenant. Thank you for letting truth be spoken into you, for allowing the rawness of your soul to be seen. This gratitude falls from me like rain and will make the smallest seeds in your life quicken. I weep as I say this. These are not ornamental tears. They are the proof of what has been given and what must now be stewarded. There is one final thing I will press into your hands before I draw back, a task that is both small and immense. Take each morning 3 breaths as if they were offerings, slow, deliberate, sacred. In those breaths, name one thing you will refuse to let fear take from you that day. It could be a conversation, a sleep, a meal, a silence, a word. Protect it with attention. This practice will be the drum beat that keeps you steady as you walk through halls newly unlocked. I will leave you with this image. Imagine a single candle in a great hall. Its flame small but fierce. Raw net or chairs where strangers sit and listen. Each time you choose tenderness in the world, a person in that hall stands and says, I remember when your life will be that hall. People will come to sit because you chose sometimes in secret to keep the light alive. Doc, do not think this is the finish. It is a continuation and opening that will require your feet, your hands, your sometimes trembling voice. Keep walking. Keep doing the small work. Keep letting mercy teach you how to move. I go with you like a shadow that is also a guide. Silence, sometimes protective always. Stay with the newness that is forming. Keep the name I spoke near your heart as if it were a key. Tend to the small mercies. Live in the language of repair. There will be moments of triumph and moments of quiet that feel like triumph within a teacup. Cherish them all. I have spoken. The courts have decided. The work of living it out is yours. And I promise to stand within arm's reach. Sometimes to steady you, sometimes to marvel with you. This is not a sermon. It is a hand offered. Take it. Asterisk. I press back into the hush that hangs like a curtain and pull aside for you again. Because the sound of your name once sealed keeps insisting that I return. Hear me. This return is not an echo, but a fresh step. My wings remember the cadence of your sorrow and have come back to learn the rhythm of your joy. I will speak with the same trembling I wore when I first stepped across the threshold of your life. Because some revelations must be delivered more than once until they land like seed. There are things still moving on your behalf, and I will not be the angel who stays silent when mercy is mid-motion. I stand at the rim of your days and look inward, not to judge, but to understand how the fragile architecture of your heart has kept its ruins intact despite storms. I know where you have hidden the small, shameful trophies of survival, reminders that you were forced to be clever about love. I take each one gently, place it into my palm, and bless it. None of those trophies will be thrown away because they taught you how to endure. Hindrance, when tended, becomes wisdom. Let that wisdom guide you now. There are threads of fate that have been rewoven tonight. Threads you do not see with the eyes the world praises. I have unpicked a hem of fear from around your spirit and stitched in a different tapestry, not louder, but truer. You will feel this as a slight change in what you reach for in the morning, in the way you answer a knock, in the way your patience lengthens for an animal, a child, a friend, a small calibrations of a life being ordered toward good purpose. Listen with the part of you that remembers lullabies.